Right, good morning. I'm here with Ollie and we're at the Brentford Community Stadium. I'm in my Brentford shirt, so you might be able to guess that I'm a Brentford football fan. It's the last day of the Premier League season, so we've decided to set ourselves a challenge of cycling around every London stadium in the top 4 divisions and then making it back before the Brentford Leeds game. So I think it's about 160k in total, and yeah, we'll try and get a picture of everyone.
Come on, Kenya.
So I've had a check, and there are 14 stadiums in total, including a bonus one, which is Wembley, which I've stuck in as well. Also including Watford, even though some may argue it's not a London stadium. There we go, next stadium ticked off, Loftus Road, home of QPR, our rivals. So we'll be swiftly moving out. Yeah, not far now as well to Craven Cottage, and then we'll be ticking off Chelsea as well, so quite a few in the little West London bubble.
Come on, you words!
Coming up to Craven Cottage now, which is the home of Fulham, who
In the Premier League!
Premier League Ollie supports now after moving to the area. And also just because they were doing really well and his other team, Man United, weren't doing so well. So yeah, here we are. Here we are at Stamford Bridge, home of Chelsea Football Club, for their game Chelsea-Watford later. It's probably my, we'll say, least favourite football club. And yeah, we'll be swiftly moving on.
Get out of here.
If you're wondering what football shirt Ollie's wearing today, he is in a Kenya national football team shirt.
Famous for their footballing prowess.
And your favourite player from Kenya? Biggest
Pass.
fan, their biggest fan. We're on our way south now to AFC Wimbledon. We've done the West London bubble, so 4 stadiums down. So we're actually cycling backwards. We missed AFC Wimbledon by a couple of miles, so we're going to go try back and try and find that. Oops. Next one ticked off, AFC Wimbledon. Not a ground I've ever seen before, but hopefully one day we'll visit to watch Brentford there. Next up is Sutton United, who, going to be honest, when I was planning this, did not know we're in the football leagues. Thought they were still in the conference, but yeah, I think they'll be the smallest ground that we'll be visiting, but it'll be interesting to see. We've finally rejoined with where we realised we missed Wimbledon. So
Back where we are like 5 minutes ago.
You go right inside of that.
Nicely done there.
Usually time wouldn't matter too much on these sort of things. However, I do have a ticket to see Brentford vs Leeds, so that's at 4 PM. So hopefully, if nothing goes too wrong, should be able to make it. Made it to Sutton United. Kind of lived up to the expectations of it being the smallest ground.
Not quite the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium.
No, you can't really get much of view. You can see the kind of floodlights sticking up. But yeah, the stands are pretty small, and yeah, it's an interesting entrance. I know it's the away end, but the home end wasn't much bigger either. Apologies to Sutton fans. We found the actual front of the ground. So here we are. Here we are, Gander Green Lane, I think the ground's called. Just riding through Carshalton now, which actually brings back some quite bad memories for me. So Carshalton are the team we used to play in our youth football league, and they were by far and away the best team in the league, but we got them in the cup, and safe to say we got demolished 9-0. But to make matters worse, I was in goal, and we only had, we had 11 players, and they only had 9 men due to illness. So we lost 9-0 to a team with 9 men. That's what the goal was for. I've made it to Palace, Selhurst Park. It's actually a lovely entrance to the stadium. Got some A little fan zone here. We've made it to the den. This is probably the best view that we can get in here. Made it to the valley. This will be our most easterly point of the trip, I guess.
One wind's up at the way end again.
Yeah. Still seeing. Here in front of the valley. Last time I was here, Brentford dominated a game for 90 minutes and still managed to lose.
Like normal.
But those days are behind us, because where is Charlton? In League One?
No one knows.
Not even sure.
It's below League One, it doesn't matter.
Any interesting facts about Charlton, Ollie?
Oh, they used to be in the Premier League a long time ago.
That's true.
Probably just a little phone out, hope it pulls out. Get a snap of the quite different.
There in the distance is the cable car, which we're hopefully going to be taking over the river, because there's not many ways across the river over on this side of East London. So yeah, hopefully we'll. I've read that we're able to take our bikes. I've never actually been on the cable car before, so fingers crossed it's fine.
Doors closing. Please mind the doors.
Made it in the cable car, which is yeah, a bit exciting.
Cable car for two.
Cable car for two. Squeeze the bikes in. Actually, it's actually very spacious. Yeah, I think we've been making good progress. What have we done? Like 9 stadiums now. We've
Quite a
got
lot,
5 to
yeah.
go. 1, 2, maybe 6 to go. Yeah, and it's currently 11 AM, so we're going to grab some food on the other side of the cable car, and then yeah, see how far left. Right, already coming in to the end of the cable car ride. You can actually see out in the distance over there the Olympic Park, so that's where West Ham Stadium, which will be our next trip. So yeah, onwards to that. Well, I managed to get a nice chicken ciabatta from this cafe for lunch, although they had absolutely 0 vegan options, so Ollie has been left with Tesco.
It was vegan BLT as well, but
Vegan BLT, not too bad. There's the Olympic Stadium and the orbital as well, you can see. We're on the cycle greenway, which I think pretty much goes straight to the Olympic Park. Yeah, so West Ham will be in sight. Got it all worked out. There it is, the London Stadium. To be fair, quite an impressive stadium. Right, next stadium got to is Leyton Orient. The distance between West Ham and Orient is the shortest out of all the stadiums that we're doing today. Would be great if I knew the distance, but I will edit it in and put it there.
Is it the second oldest?
Is it? Oh, Ollie's fact is that they're the 2nd oldest club in England. I'm not convinced by that, but we'll find out if it is. Yeah? Say it with confidence.
Say it with confidence.
It's true.
That's true.
Another stadium ticked off, the Emirates. I think Arsenal at home to Brighton today, so there's quite a lot of people around. Still a few hours till kick-off though. They're still playing for a Champions League spot, but I think they need Spurs to drop points against Norwich to be able to have a chance at that, which feels unlikely, but you never know. Arsenal and Spurs have probably taken it in turns to try and bottle Champions League this season, so
I think Arsenal won at that. Hey everyone!
Right, we are currently at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, which possibly the worst named stadium out of all the ones today. Bit rich, I know, coming from a supporter of a club at the Brentford Community Stadium, but There you go. Other than that, it's a very impressive stadium. Shame there's so many empty seats and they don't sell it out. Didn't hear that from me. So, stadium number 12, just coming up to 1 o'clock. So we've only got 2 left, Watford and Wembley, but they are the furthest distances, so we haven't got a load of time. Probably do have to cycle quite fast for this last bit, but yeah, hopefully make it back in time for the game. Made it to the last of the Premier League stadiums, Vicarage Road. Even if it's not quite London, it was quite a trek to get here, and we've been pushing it on this last stretch because well, we're tight with time. We'll say that. Should be alright though. Get a quick pick, grab some food, and then on the way to Wembley. Que sera, sera. We made it to the final stop, Wembley Arena. So I think this must be the conference playoff. We think Wrexham have won based on people's reactions. It's currently 5-3. Actually, we're running really tired. We actually really need to get a move on. Otherwise, I'm not going to make this Brentford game. We were all a bit rushed at the end there, but yeah, essentially I split off a molly, sprinted home as fast as I could, and well, in theory the plan was to have a shower, change bikes and cycle back to the ground, but I was really running tight for time, so I managed to persuade my mum to give me a lift. So I'm just walking out to the ground. Got 7 minutes to spare, so even now it's going to be close, but might have to get a jog on. Oh, just in time. Go on, Brentford! Right, so 0-0 at half time, and even though this match doesn't really matter for us, we could get top 10. It's more important for Leeds, who need to do better result than Burnley to stay up this season. So Burnley are losing to Newcastle, so with the draw, currently Leeds are staying up. And I think I speak for everyone here. We really would love to send Leeds down. So if we can get a goal, oh, it would be brilliant. It would just erupt here. In the other games, Liverpool and City are both vying for the title, and Man City are currently losing with Liverpool drawing. So it's all to play for kind of across the league. Very exciting. I love the last day. Leeds have got a penalty. Rafinha versus David Raya. And they score. Win, not losing 2-1. Need to stay it up, and City won the title, so also as expected. Right, walking back home now from the match. I'll try and sum up what happened in the last few minutes because they were hectic. Yeah, Leeds were winning 1-0 and Burnley were losing, so Leeds were looking dead certain to stay up. Burnley pulled one back, so they were only losing 2-1, so things got a bit nervy. Brentford got an injury, so we went down to 10 men because we'd used all of our subs up. Then we managed to score somehow. Sergi Canos with a beautiful floating header. Takes his top off in celebration, which is an automatic yellow card. Then 2 minutes later, makes a tackle down the other end, given as a foul, gets another yellow card, and he's sent off. So now we're down to 9 men. Yeah, but as time goes on, Leeds are peppering us, so we can't really do much about it, and eventually they get a goal and they end up winning 2-1. So it was a bit disappointing to end up losing on the last day, but all the players came out and it was still a good celebration because we've still massively outperformed kind of everyone's expectations for this season. So yeah, great to see, and bring on next season.